Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Heru, your modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist, back at it again, here for you with episode 47, Subliminal Conditioning. Yes, once again, as I say, subliminal conditioning. Now, first and foremost, heads up to you all for who's been coming back, who's been tuning in, who's been listening in. I want to thank you personally from the heart. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscriptions, your shares, your particular subject matters as well. I really appreciate you and thank you. And why don't you take some time, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and push that subscribe button. You can get in contact with me through the Google Podcasting, Podbean, and many other different platforms out there. But them are some of the big ones right now, right there, right for you. 411 Calisthenic Lifestyle, here for you with the most, your excellent host with the most, the modern monk, at it again, subliminal messaging. Now, yesterday I experienced some interesting nootropics that I've been incorporating within my livelihood or lifestyle, per se. And basically what nootropics help you do, it helps you open up or get more clear with your thoughts, with your focus, with your meditation practice, basically. It opens up higher realms, even though you do have stronger nootropics as well. They open up or they connect the neurons in your mind or in your body, in your soul, however you want to look at it, your connection to your consciousness, to your highest consciousness, And I mean, it goes so high. That's the amazing thing about the whole situation, because a lot of times it's subliminal training, it's subliminal conditioning. So we're going to talk on both sides of the story. We want to talk about how subliminal conditioning has a good and it has a bad aspect to it as well. And the higher elites, the folks who's actually creating all this illusion or this matrix or these forms of levels of matrix, stacks upon stacks, levels upon levels, kind of like these little games we used to play, Mario Brothers, trying to get to the queen. Oh. Mario Brothers, save the queen, you feel me? So it's kind of interesting, even though a lot of these little games, like, what was the other one? The Leprechaun, brother. Not the Leprechaun, but the famous other game that used to be really big then too, and still is. Big classical games that they have created, even like Halo and all these Halo, whatever that particular Xbox game they used to come out with. But at the same time, just thinking about it, look, subliminal messaging. Now, a lot of times I want to get us all on the same platform, or at least get in the same realm or energy dimension, because the only dimension we need to be focusing on is the love dimension, right? Everybody talk about love. Think about the 70s when they had the big ass movement, from the LSD movement to the ayahuasca and all these other DMTs and all these other different forms of altering your mind, the shrooms, the magic shrooms and whatnot. But it's not that it's the thing about those particular psychedelics is definitely opening up a part of your mind, and that's the nootropics as well. It's helping you elevate your thinking. It's helping you elevate the consciousness of what's actually available, what you can actually tap into, what the universe has for you. You know what I'm saying? The universe speaks to you daily. It's just about, are you listening? Are you tapping it in? Like, this is one of the things with women a lot of men don't really think about, but we really don't do, is we don't do active listening. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is just taking more ownership of what's going on, what she's actually talking about. Even though a lot of stuff is kind of boring too, but don't take me wrong. And vice versa, I'm sure they're bored from you too. You know, but I mean, it's life. That's the key thing is life. But how do you make life more exciting? How do you even though life is going to give you, you know, throw you some curve balls here now and then, some fast balls, whatever, however you want to see, some knuckle balls, well, however you want to see it, but it's all subliminal conditioning, right? And subliminal conditioning even stands upon the propaganda tactics that they do. You know what I'm saying? When they're telling you, you know, and they're starting to go back to the old commercials, you know, keep talking to you. People also ask. They ask. They ask. They ask. Subliminal conditioning. Now, let's go into the definition of what subliminal means. And you know who comes to mind too is I think Eminem has a song called Subliminal, and it's pretty hard too. It's pretty hard because he's just talking about all the cliches, the stereotypes in this particular song. Even though I haven't listened to it for a while, but definitely something to go check out. Eminem, he's got this song called Subliminal, and it's hard. He go hard on that. But let me get into this. Definition: a stimulus, mental process below the threshold of sensation or consciousness perceived by or affected someone's mind without their being aware of it. See, a lot of times that's the thing. I mean, they use these terms like quarantine and all this stuff. Think about that word. That's not even in your vocabulary. That's something that they would use on a governmental level. You know what I'm saying? So we're quarantining these particular disease people or something like what comes to mind when they say quarantine, I'm always thinking about zombies, right? They've been zombifying us for the last, 3 decades? 4 decades. I would say the 90s they really start implementing the supplement culture, you know. But all these subliminal messages, subconscious, unconscious, hidden, concealed, you know, hidden, concealed. Let's get a little more deeper. What does subliminal messages mean? And this is coming from our lovely people who's already sold out. They've been sold out. Google. They probably knock me down. Nah. But they give us so-called at least right to speak for a minute. Like I said, soon as you start hitting them crazy numbers, that's when they come knocking on your door. That's when they come knocking on your door. Oh, hey, do you like this? Can we help you with this? A subliminal message is a technique used in marketing and other media to influence people without their being aware of what the messenger is doing. This may involve the use of slight second flashes of text, hidden images, or subtle clues that affect the audience at a level below conscious awareness. See, in me coming from a background of marketing, I went to school, got a degree for visual communications, right? Even though it don't mean nothing, but one of the things I did like about marketing, because it basically, you're creating your brand. That's basically what's going on. With the subliminal messaging, even though I don't think subliminal messaging is needed, if you know what you're getting and you giving value as a salesman, you don't need to have subliminal messages. You see what I'm saying? If you a salesman, if you a saleswoman, and you know your product back to back, you know it's going to benefit people, you know it's going to add value to people's life, then you don't need the subliminal conditioning. You see what I'm saying? You give people the greatest experience they ever had when they allow it too. This is another thing. People got to allow the success to come to them. They got to allow the energy to come to them. But some people are very standoff. They don't trust nobody. They don't this, they don't that. And it shouldn't be that. Well, this is my opinion, but you should have more of an open forum I'm not saying you trust people to a certain extent. I'm not just I know like a few of my uncles, I'm not just going to give them $200 and expect them to pay me back, right? Just certain things they've been doing that track record is no longer good track record. You feel me? Because it's all about trust. But then at the same time, you can trust somebody with certain things, I would guess, But it's like we tend to judge everyone. That's another thing. We tend to judge everyone without even really knowing. I know a homeless dude would have my back to an extent because I know that's all he has. You feel me? Think about it. And a lot of people been caught up in the subliminal conditioning about what we should have, how we should live our lives. Subliminal conditioning. Think about it. They tell you how to live your life. Oh, you go to school, you get a good job, you get married. And think about this. Everything that I'm saying, you get married and all this stuff is delayed. It's delayed. Literally, it's delayed. It's like after the facts. After the facts. They put you in, you're in debt and school debt. You got all this school debt and then you try to justify it with a job. Even though it's other debt that you're dealing with. Credit card debt, student debt. No telling if you got a new ride. You feel me? Car debt is ridiculous too. And then don't even tell me that you got medical debt. Whew. That's destroying a lot of people. And the funny thing is, the subliminal messages, the subliminal conditioning is throughout that whole industry. Look what they doing with the mask. Yeah, don't take me wrong. I got my little mask with "You Are the Gym" on there and all that. But that don't mean nothing. The problem is these trends, we getting caught up. We're creating another beast. Let me just say it like this. This is what we're creating. We're creating a whole new industry right now. A few new industries. But we're creating an industry that is not needed. If we take more control of our lives, if we take more control of our health, our fitness, our minds, things will start lining up and making more sense, please. Things will start making more sense. Subliminal conditioning. Now, let me use this example. A lot of my brothers and sisters are in the gym, working their bodies, working to look like straight up movie stars. Terry Crews, with the 4% body fat, Brad Pitt, Sarah Bullock, or whoever, Demi Moore, whoever you follow. Think about it. Janet Jackson with abs still killing it in her 50s. Madonna. Think about it. All of us, all these subliminal messages that we see on a daily basis, especially in the fitness industry. And I'm particularly talking about the fitness industry because I'm in that industry. And I see it daily, time in, time out. And it's kind of interesting, even when you talk to people, they want to reach these particular, goals, but it's like they're not even willing to take the actions, to get to these particular goals. And they say, this has always been something I really navigated. Work smarter, not harder, right? How can you, that's the whole point of hiring a coach. That's the whole point of hiring a guide to help you get there a little faster. Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? What are the things that you're adding in your body right now that's keeping you on this higher level of weight or want to build muscle mass or whatever the case may be, See, that's the thing I don't understand with people when they come ask me to train them or help them get to their goal. It's like, look, you got to put in the work. I can only do so much. You feel me? You got to be your own self-motivator. Subliminal messaging. Subliminal conditioning. You know? You have to take ownership. That's basically what's going on. So, for example, even though I never really needed somebody to push me or put me in position, even though my coaches, when I think about it, I had some of the greatest coaches. I mean, hands down. when you talking like principles, when you talking like certain repetitions, certain ideologies, I had some of the best coaches. When I think about all the years I was participating and organized, I mean, Thomas Ritchie, Samuel Harris, Witham. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up coaches that was like unbelievable. I mean, they was like, and the funny thing is too, because I looked at them like the Madden, even though I never played the game or anything, literally played the video game, but he was always like an inspiration. He can motivate you, even like great coach. Like I said, the names I just named. Them are some of the best coaches of all time, literally. But they don't get the publicity. Especially Sam Harris. That brother had us on a whole nother level. And I think the other teams knew that too. They knew it. They was like, this brother took the Hood brothers and changed the whole fabric of this Fairbanks mentality. Or this Alaska mentality. We was nothing nice, I'm telling you. The mindset, the discipline, subliminal messaging, subliminal conditioning. Right? All these conditionings, all these conditions getting us ready to go. Mentally, physically, spiritually. He was like a father figure. Samuel Harris with him, as well as my brother Thomas Ritchie. My mentor, my dad. Literally. But they used these techniques kind of like but they didn't have to use the techniques. They proved it in the pudding. See, like I was saying, subliminal messaging is subliminal condition is based on media. So stop watching that media. Turn your radio off. Dead Prez said back in 2020, 2001. Turn that radio off. Turn that bullshit off. All that stuff killing us. That TV, that stuff is killing us. Subliminal messaging. Marketing us. They got us marketing. You go in these stores and you know exactly what let me back up. A lot of people don't know exactly what they want. Because they're not clear on what they want. It's kind of like the marriage thing. I kind of expressed this a little bit yesterday. It's like we do these things where it's like, how is this making sense? How is this creating how are we creating value? What are we doing to add value? It's a business agreement. That's what a marriage is. It's a business agreement. Literally, a business agreement. How can we bring our two and get our credit on point? Because that's all it is. A legal document. A legal document in some cases, hell. You already didn't marry yourself, right? You got to marry yourself before you marry somebody else. Can I repeat that again? You got to marry yourself before you marry somebody else. Like the famous philosophers say, know thyself, understand thyself, love thyself. When you have that in your mind, just like yesterday, my experience was overwhelming. It was beautiful. It's hard to even explain what was going on. Y'all seen all the videos I was posting. Because it's unbelievable how the simplicity of life is so simple. We make it hard with all these extra crap sitting. I gotta have this, I gotta have that, Man, what were they doing before that? They was getting creative. You feel me? They was doing things to occupy. They walked more. They got out more. They exercised more. Think about it. And exercises might have been going out in the garden, tending the garden or the farm or however you want to look at it. You had your occasional big people every once in a while. Subliminal conditioning. Subliminal messages. Hidden images. Subtle clues. All around you. Look at all the signs that they got up on the stores and all these different outlets. Your mask is required. If your mask is not on, we're going to have to take you out of the facility and do this and do that. See, this is where we have to start getting self-reliant. Growing our own food, supplying each other. That's what I was saying yesterday. I was trying to deliver that yesterday. Look, if I can help those of you who need some help, like you need some shoes, you need this, you need that, let's help each other. That's the point. If we can help each other, help identify the things you need. I'm currently working on a garden. I want to work on getting all the superfoods, literally all the high superfood, nutritional value superfoods under my roof or in my garden. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a link or you know somebody, we can start bartering. You know what I'm saying? Bartering. Because that's another thing people really don't get. Look, bartering is mutual value. You feel me? Of mutual value. And that's what you value. You feel me? If I got a bunch of trees sitting over here, I got some moringa trees. And I know the moringa trees can help you with your health, antioxidants, all the vitamins you need. Why not give you a part of that tree or send you the tree, send you the seeds? Here's some seeds, brother. Here's some seeds, sister. Because see, it is about future. They always talk about, but it's the future now. The future now. The present now. Right? The real secret is not the secret. That's the secret. The secret is always, the secret been hidden from you. Because the secret is you. You are the secret. So all they doing is extracting all these subliminal messaging, all these things that they know that is important to you. That first phone or that first phone, forgive me, the smartphone, addicted to them YouTube videos. Let me go on my Facebook feed. Let me see how many people like me. And I'm just overwhelmed. Like I said, I'm not here for fame. I'm here to really think out loud. And maybe some of you may take on heed. Maybe some of you may send the audio on over to your brothers and sisters to wake up, to open up. Like I say, subliminal messaging. They got us all through this, even with the iconic Ronnie Coleman, this brother was like he is the Arnold Schwarzenegger of Mr. Olympia, right? He's the man. When you say Mr. Olympia, all you comes to mind is Arnold and Ronnie Coleman. Don't take me wrong. Nothing about the other brothers, I'm not knocking that. Dorian Gates, I'm talking about, it would have been some cold cats. Jay Cutler. I mean, your boy now, Phil Heath. These brothers, and don't forget my brother Dexter Jackson, and some of the, Flex Wheeler and all them other. I'm not knocking none of that. But when you say Mr. Olympia, the first thing come to your mind is Ronnie Coleman. Literally. Ronnie Coleman. Alex Haley, if that's his name, Haney, Alex Haney. That's another superstar up in there. But the one that has been embedded in the culture has been Ronnie Coleman, the biggest out of them all. Well, once upon a time. The most heavy lifting, crazy, like alpha, crazy mentality up in there. Gonna outlift everybody in the gym. You feel me? But my point is, we look at these particular, subliminally, we're looking at them, oh man, I can be that big. But see, people don't want to put in the work. That's the whole point of this, to come in circle. Nobody want to put in the work anymore. You see it throughout your work culture, your job culture. We see that within the job culture. Look at the unemployment situation. Nobody want to go out and get a job. They ain't even looking for no jobs. They getting so much money, but folks, that money runs out. You only paid so much into it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And you know what? That money, really, that unemployment situation, that should be the retirement. You feel me? That should be the real retirement money. As long as you working, you putting all that funds in there, and they should double it. Double the cost they giving you each year. Think about that compound of interest. But it's a cold game. It's a rigged game. Just like this subliminal conditioning. It's a rigged game. They want you to play their game. Literally, they want you to play Mario. The Mario Brothers. They want you to play it and keep playing it and stand in it. It's not a coincidence that we got this big ass culture. And it's funny because it's my culture. It's my generation that was all in these games. Right? And I think that's what's been the problem too. We got caught up in the games. Therefore, we didn't treat our children, or we didn't raise our children in a more constructed thinking, awakening, questioning type of mentality. We just like, okay, cool. I got a video game, it's automated. Then you just put it in there and play. Push and play. That's the culture we are today. Push and play. I remember them talking about that all the time. Well, just have a program where you can just push and play. Subliminal messaging. Now, if you're getting any value from these shows, from these thinking tanks, thinking tanks, let me know. You can email me at youarethegym@gmail.com, or you can give me a call or text me. Hey, this is so-and-so. I've been listening to your podcast. What is your thoughts on yada, yada, yada? Or how can we help each other? Like I said, I'm in the mission right now. I'm looking for all the superfoods, growing superfoods in my garden. All the highest nutritional superfoods. The whole point is being able to live on a higher frequency, right? Brothers and sisters, we talk about vegetarianism, we talk about veganism, but see, all those particular processes or so-called diets, wow, we kill. That's funny, diet, we're killing. See, we got some, we always talk about language and stuff, but we use the wrong verbiage for certain things. Why would you kill your food? Why would you? I mean, think about it. Even We the only one who cooks. Well, that's a good point. We only cook the food because to cook in the food, to process the food, to be able to digest the food or certain foods. I know we need certain nutritional value from the meats due to some animals that eat the plants, yada, yada, yada. But then there's other animals that we shouldn't even be touching. Literally. What is that one? Well, we know it's the pig. We see it implemented right here in Hawaii. With everything. Everything. I remember my cousin, she was doing a project on this island. This island had got occupied by America, or Washington, D.C. Let me say it like that. They got occupied in Washington, D.C. in the early 80s. Yeah, the early 1980s. And it was kind of interesting. They were showing, remind you, she had did this, I think it was maybe 08, 09 when she did this project. And I happened to be helping her look at the information. They had a video and everything. And I was like, wow. So Washington, D.C., and I'm using Washington, D.C. as a metaphor. Washington, D.C. military and everybody went up in there and occupied this land like they did out here in Hawaii. That's it. They occupied the land. Within 20 years, remind you, within 20 years, the whole culture was shifted. The whole culture their eating habits was totally off. Everybody on the island had diabetes, high rate of diabetes. So they was going, prior to that, they was all in good shape. A lot of people was in good health. They was eating the natural foods from the island, boom, 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 yada, yada, yada. Kind of like the Blue Zone experiments or research data. Go check that out, Blue Zones, all the Blue Zones that's around the world. That actually enhance people been living longer, Okinawa. And it's kind of interesting, too, to kind of bring you around. Who Stole My Pension by Robert Kiyosaki, and I forgot the other brother's name, Arthur, in there. They list all the top countries that have people living over 100 years old. And Italy was the number one. And it was kind of funny how all them people was dying. Or a lot of people was dying in Italy. It's interesting. People, look, we got to start connecting these subliminal conditionings together. Because there's certain things that we're not, look, you don't have to see, you don't have to see the big picture. You can see little things and it creates the bigger picture. See, that's the forethought. That's the forethought. That's what people don't get. That's what we're not able to see because we're all fucked up with all this sugar, caffeine, and everything else. Then you watching that TV, turn that motherfucker off. Turn that radio show off. Go get your news through other resources outside of the YouTubes, outside of all these other, even though a lot of them are using YouTube, but go get your resources outside, some more balanced type information. Where they giving you both sides of the story, not just one side, okay, this, that, and we gonna go and ride up on them. You feel me? That's what one of the things, and I was mentioning this yesterday too, with the Tupac thing. The one thing you believed, this was the thing, when Tupac was beefing with Biggie Smalls, right? The one thing I did know, all the time coming up listening to Tupac, right? I was a fan from day one. You know what I'm saying? From day one. And I'm like, okay, see, somewhat the attributes that they was giving us throughout history or throughout, their fame and fortune time, right? I didn't believe Biggie when Biggie was talking, when they was interviewing Biggie about the situation, because I was like, wow, I know, Pac be exposed and Pac is going, certain things, he'd be on point. So it wasn't like he was lying. That's the thing. He wasn't like he was lying. It was like he was saying these things. Come on, brother. Look, I've been doing this. I've been in the game a lot longer than you. So I'm already got the connections. But then people talking. Think about it, because we didn't have all this social media or nothing there. People just on cell phone. Well, that wasn't even, well, the pagers and all this other stuff. But we still communicated that. Subliminal message. Subliminal conditioning. Get your mind right. Start to think. Start to compile. This is another thing. I do a lot of brainstorming. So when I'm writing down these things, your forethought, you start to get more clear, right? Just kind of like when they ask more intelligent questions, especially when you're working with money or when you're dealing with something that's really important for you. That's one thing I notice even with people when they go to these doctors. They really don't have the questions what they truly want to know. Kind of like you go and go get chemotherapy. Why would you get something that's killing you? But you think it's going to heal you and take you up to the next level. And you got apoptosin, you got B venom, you got stem cells, you got a brother named Dr. Boz Moreno out in Mexico doing it, healing people. Literally healing people, curing people. Curing people. I'm a witness. I've been knowing this brother for the last 10 years, and I've been seeing it, and I've been using the product. You feel me? I've been using the product and getting results, and I'm like, I want to share this with everybody, but I know a lot of people are not like, oh, well, I'm scared of needles, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm thinking to myself, why would you allow somebody who really don't know you? Don't take me wrong. Some of us may have the privilege of having the family doctor that's been around the family all these years, yada, yada, yada. But a lot of us don't have that. You feel me? A lot of us don't have that. Kind of like the whole situation about a motivational coach. Because basically that's what I am. I'm just a motivational or accountable coach. To keep you up on your game. Let you know, hey, look, somebody's out here checking in on you. The only thing, and that's the key thing, checking in on you. I can't do the work for you. I got all these resources. I got videos upon videos. Workout videos. People, I want to do this. I want to do that. What do you enjoy? You know what I'm saying? What do you enjoy doing? Is it kickboxing? Is it, Muay Thai? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Then we can incorporate that particular type of training in your regiment where it's going to keep you motivated. That's the thing. It's going to keep you having fun. It's going to keep you creative. I've been doing recently what I've been doing. I've been working out with my clients. Literally, I've been working out with my clients, and it actually been like oh, wow, this is cool. Because, don't take me wrong. They got to keep up with a brother. But I'm not, and I'm going to be on you. But the whole point is, building a base, building that foundation. Shout out to you, Abdul and Denver Bar Squad. Because you are the gym, I'm telling you. You are the gym. Subliminal conditioning. Subliminal messaging. Drink break. So I'm getting down to the 40-minute mark. If you're getting value from this podcast, subscribe right now. Send out this MP3 to your buddies, your friends, your foes, your girls, your boys. Let them know. Here's somebody awakening. Or awoken. You deserve that. You deserve that. You're the best. Act the best. Be the best. Become the greatest. I'm the greatest. Muhammad Ali. Be great. Subliminal messaging. Those of you who are interested in fitness training, give me a call at 206-659-6382. What my job is to do is help you transform transform your body, your mind, and your soul. And if you want to get deep and down, we can do your finances too. I'm not no certified financial planner, but I do have a few things I can share with you to help you get your game together. We say patience. We say be humble. But at certain things, curves got to move a little quicker, even though life is moving a little quicker. As they say, the quickening of time has been moving quick. The golden age shall arise. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day too. Or yesterday to be exact. The devil is clever. The devil is clever. Now they made it seem like the devil is this fictitious, game, kind of like your Santa Claus. Your Santa Claus game we all playing out here. We have failed that we've been under a spell. A spell, appeal, uphill, uphill. We're in a spell, and the devil is a genius, and the genius is the devil. Huh? You with me on this one? The devil is a genius, and the genius is the devil. That's the Wizard of Oz. You feel me? And it's not one person. That's another thing. It's not one person. It's a collective of a system that's been in place or been put in place for you and I to keep us under subliminal messaging techniques, subliminal conditioning techniques. Do subliminals actually work? In short, it appears that the subliminal messaging works best when it taps into an existing desire. Ooh-wee. If we were not currently experiencing whatever kind of need or goal the subliminal message taps into, it probably wouldn't be very attractive or effective, Zoomer said. When subliminal influence do occur, they don't last long. See, they don't last long, but they got long duration within the psyche, right? Think about this. Within the psyche. Some of us are still practicing beliefs that our parents have that no longer is relevant in today's society. Uh-oh. Subliminal messaging. Please subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what's up. I do have T-shirts available for those of you who serious and want to You Are the Gym and support You Are the Gym T-shirts. I need you to buy 30 of them motherfuckers. 30 a piece. We be good. 30 a piece, as Chris Jones would say. But at the most, have a wonderful day. Stay strong. Keep your mind right. Keep your mind right. Keep it protective. Protect it. You got to protect it. You got to protect them thoughts. Because we getting a lot of subliminal messages coming in. What they said, 3,500 per minute or something. Some crazy shit. Per day or something. Ads you seeing. Cross your... And I'm sure it's a lot more now. Killing Me Softly. That video, go watch that documentary. Killing Me Softly. With her song, Killing Me Softly. With her song, telling my whole life. With her words, leading me softly. That sounds like Kermit the Frog. Nah. Killing Me Softly, the movie. Go check that out. I forgot the sister's name. I think it's Catherine something, maybe. that comes to mind. It's an old video too, but it's a deep video. Go check that out. They probably even updated it now, and I gotta go check it out. But on that note, y'all have a great day. Stay strong. Much love. I'm out. Peace. Thank you.